Okay, family. So as I said, we are going to talk about our nominal. Let's understand it, okay? So in the first place, you have where I have the company ID. That is the NIF, okay, or the SIF of your company. Every company, like we have NIE and then DNI or DNI, they also have an identity. So you need to see the company's ID there. Now, then we come to domicilio. So domicilio is the company address. They can have a headquarters. So the headquarters address can be there, or where you work, you find the address there. If you are working with an ITT, which is like a third-party employer, you can find the address also there. The next one is the company social security registration, okay? So just as humans, we have social security numbers. Company also have their social security number, so you would find there. So these are the major things you need to see on your nominal and to understand. Now, then we come to you as a worker, okay? Now, worker part 1, your name. Yes, so name. Then when you come below your name, you have the social número de afiliación SS. So that's your social security number. That's where you have to find your social security number. And then we have the tarifa and all that thing. I want us to go to the very important one. Now, here I have labeled them T1, T2, T3. So we are going by one, T1, T2, T3. Now, T1 is the period, okay? That is the period of your work. So let's say we are in April. So if you started work 1st April till 30th April 2025, the date needs to be there. So that is the period within which you have worked. Now, if you didn't take any Baha, then it will be 30 days, okay? So if it's 31 days, it will be 31 days. So if you didn't take any Baha, it will be 30 days. If you took Baha, you have to deduct that Baha from it. So if it's 5 days, then now from the 30, that is T2. You see where I have T2? Let me show you. So where I have T2, yes, that is where you find the total days that you have worked, okay? So 30 days. Now we go to T3, very important. T3 here. T3 is for antigüedad. Now, antigüedad, or let me say, in English will be duration, will be when you sign the contract, the very first contract. Now, here is the trick. I have seen some before. What happens is some companies, when you take a Baha and it's a long Baha, like more than 1 week, they cancel your contract. They tell you, oh, we are doing something, then they cancel your contract. And then wait, when you come from Baha, then they give you the alta again. So now on your nominal, it's going to change to the new alta they gave you. So check and make sure that the day you sign the contract, so if you sign the contract in 2021, make sure that that date is there. So if it's 1st August 2021, then you make sure that that date is on the antigüedad, okay? Now, T4 is your NIE or your DNA or whatever ID number you have. That's where make sure it's correct. It's T4. Then we come to T5, what I was talking about. Now, T5 is what kind of job you are doing, the category of job you find yourself. So category, it can be auxiliary, okay? Sometimes you are working in a Mozo and Masen, then they'll put P on. Or maybe you are acting as, let's say, a cashier, then they'll put cleaner. So make sure you check the category correctly. There'll be, the next to the category, you have the numero matric. So you have the number of that category, and you can check on the Social Security website to see the minimum wage for that category, okay? Make sure your category is correct. That's where the theft starts, apart from the antigüedad and then the period of work. All right. Now, let's come to money matter. Now, money matter, we come here. Here in the table, you can see that the first side here, the very first side, cuantía. Then we have precio. Then we have the concept. Then we have the devengos, which is accruals. And then we have the deduction or deducciones. Okay, so this is it. Now, cuantía will give you the cantidad. That is the days you have worked. So just as you find it on T2, it's supposed to show on the first table, 30. Now, the precio will be how much you are being paid daily. The daily payments. So to get the total amount, which is number one, the salario base, which is the base salary, would be the daily precio or daily wage times the number of days you've worked. That will give you the total accruals. Okay, this is accounting terms. Accrual means things you've accrued, you've worked, and then things you have gained. So accruals. So these accruals is what is paid by the company. Now, depending on the kind of job you do, you may do extra hours. It's supposed to be shown there. If you let's say sometimes for my job, I get paid for the language I speak, so it will be shown there. If you are paid 12 months in a year, then it means that the extra 2 months that you usually the paga extra, it would be paid monthly, so you find it there. So it would be paid monthly, so you can put you find it there. So the total devengos, okay, is what is supposed to be paid to you, or what you have earned as a worker with the company. Okay, so that is the total one. And so when you come down, you see the total devengos, which you can see here. I put there here. So that is where we have the 1,475. Okay, so that is the total money you are supposed to receive, but it doesn't mean that's what's going to come into your account, but you're supposed to receive. Now we come down to what you are paying to Seguridade Social. Where are you going to get that money from? From the total accruals, what the company pays to you. Now you have to pay Seguridade Social from that money, okay? So there we have the cotización común, which is for sick leave, non-job related accident, pension, disability, so it goes there, okay? Then we have the cotización formación. You also pay for trainings and everything, or further studies related to your job. You get charged for that. So remember, if you also want to study, you add it to your declaración de la renta, and then you can get some money back. Then we have the cotización desempleo, which is for paro. And then we have tributación IRPF, which is the tax retention. So you can see that I put the tax retention. This is very important. Look at the percentage that is being deducted, because if less is taken, then meaning at declaration, you may need to return some money to them. So make sure you are paying the correct one. Now, this will give you your total salary deductions, which I have here. And then that's where you come down here. We have the total, which will be deducted from the total accruals, and will give you the net salary that will come into your account, which is the 1,230. So this is what you receive in your account. Now below, I see a lot of people don't look at that. This box is the cost the company also incurs for employing you. So even though that money will not come to you, the company needs to pay that to the government. So you can see the total there, almost over 400 euros they pay. So if there was no government, this money would have come to you. But because there's a government for you to pay taxes, now the company also has to give it to the government. So look at the total cost the company pays because of you. I understand you are giving them their service, but remember that the company also is incurring costs because of this. So this is how you need to understand your nomina. If you didn't understand something, write it in the comment section, okay? And then I'll try to answer you. All right, I hope this video is useful. Please, it took a lot of time, so please, I want you to like. If you're not following me, like, what are you waiting for? Show love so that I know that you want things like this, and then I can do more, okay? That's my motivation. Thank you, and see you another time. Bye.